Allie Hartley, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, alongside the Director of Recruiting, Greg Powers. How you doing?
What's up?
Nothing much. Just releasing
How are
some
you?
more rankings.
Yeah, it's ranking central here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football as of late.
It's ranking season, and we're continuing our series of releasing the top 10 prospects by position group. And as you can see behind us, we're going to be talking about the top 5 defensive ends in the class of 2026. And we're going to start off in Duncanville. The number 1 overall edge rusher in the class of 2026 in the state of Texas is KJ Ford, 6'3", 245. He just released his top 12 schools. And they're really, really good. OU, A&M, LSU, Penn State, Ohio State, Florida, Georgia, USC. I mean, he's got his pick of the litter here. Yeah. Obviously, any school that gets him is landing a complete gem. And
Ohio State was one of his most recent offers, so he's one of these ones that's still picking up major scholarships in the thick of the recruiting season. I'm going to guess it's probably too late for the Buckeyes because, he's had plenty of time to think about some of these other. Maybe not. I guess when you're the national champs, you might have some sway. But I'm saying it's too late. You waited too long. All these other top schools are already in. He's got to get in while you can, right? He's got some official visits coming up. He's going to be seeing Alabama. I think it's an important trip. I think Oklahoma's done a tremendous job in this recruitment. Has been there since the very beginning. Brent Venables is a very engaged recruiter. Typically does well in the DFW area. Are definitely in need of an edge rusher like KJ Ford, and that's what he brings to the table. He is an elite pass rusher. His first step quickness is quite literally amazing. Some of his highlight tape, the first 3 clips especially, show that speed, but then he went to the Under Armour All-America game in Florida, one of the first underclassmen to ever play in that game, and collected a sack in that game and shot off the line like he was shot out of a cannon, and showed that speed translates onto a field that is full of elite next level talents. Like you're talking about the cream of the crop, the 4s and 5 stars from all across the country, no matter where you're from. KJ Ford showed that he belonged on that stage. This was a tough choice. Number 1 was a tough choice at defensive end, and here's why. Well, and he started on varsity as a sophomore at Duncanville, which is huge. I mean, he played opposite of former 5-star Colin Simmons. For sure. Right? So he's had somebody to look up to, right, this whole time. So obviously it's well deserved that he's number 1. I mean, he's had practice at the varsity level for a couple years now, and his offers are now speaking to that for sure. At number 2, we're going to go down to Temple, and we're going to talk about Jamarion Carlton. 6'5", 240. He collected 57 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks to earn 12 6A first team All-District and Navy All-American honors. And the DCTF 4-star has official visits already scheduled with Baylor, SMU, Texas, LSU, and USC. A couple of in-state schools there. I kind of like that. I think an in-state school has a chance to land Carlton's pledge. The defensive end, number 1 pick, this was the toughest one so far to me. These 2 guys were like right there, and they're going to be separated in the state rankings overall, not just positionally, like very slim margin. So like these guys are as closely rated as you can. And the thing that makes Carlton so special is his freakish upside and developmental potential. This is a guy whose best football days are here right now, but even better ones are ahead of him. After he gets out of Temple High School and goes on to college, he's going to hit that strength and conditioning program and turn into an absolute monster. He has scary, scary upside. And then beyond that, I think once he gets into college and has success, he could be a future NFL first-round pick someday. He reminds me a lot of former Texas Longhorns defensive end Charles Omenihu. That was my comparison for Jamarion Carlton in this class. Somebody's going to get somebody special, but these defensive ends, I'm just telling you, it was tough. Like I was debating on it, like when we came onto the air, couldn't have changed then. I know. But like up until the moment we came on, this was like something. Yeah, this was a tough race, but I like KJ Ford. I like them both. So.
Well, let's jump back up to Duncanville and talk about another edge rusher in the class of 2026. Coming in at number 3, it's Landon Barnes, 6'3", 220. We've got him rated as a 4-star, rightfully so. And he's already got 2 official visits scheduled for to Washington and Arizona State.
Okay. He just came back from Georgia too, right?
He did just come back from Georgia and Ohio State.
So a couple big unofficial visits, and the Dogs have.
I'd keep your eye on that a little bit.
I think both of those schools have offered him as well, so it'll be interesting to see if he reschedules some visits to see some of these schools. Like he's on the unofficial visit tour. I'm probably guessing around spring break.
Yep.
Landon Barnes is a physical freak. He brings something different to the table that the first 2 guys don't possess, and that is his ability to be a stand-up player in the box. I think that he can put his hand in the dirt, or he can stand up and be an edge rusher, but I also like his ability to cover running backs coming out of the backfield. He covers and pursues out to the flats extremely well, so he brings a level of athleticism that is rare to this position, and I don't know, calling him defensive end is like 100% fair. He's defensive end / edge / outside linebacker / rover. Like, he can do a little bit of everything, and I think his versatility is going to make him shine at the next level.
And to round out this list, we got 2 guys left at 4 and 5, and we're gonna group these 2 together, and that's Jesse Ford at number 4 and Carter Buck at number 5, because they're both committed to the TCU Horned Frogs.
And there's a whole lot to like if you're a TCU fan in both of these defensive end prospects. And I think it's fair to put them together because they bring a lot of the same qualities. They're both bigger, stronger defensive ends who can flat out get after the quarterback, but they're great at stopping the run as well. And TCU's defensive front with these guys on it is going to be even better. That I just think that their upside is together scary because they're so strong. Both pass the eyeball test as soon as you step onto the field. Carter Buck has got a hot motor, and Jesse Ford is probably one of the more physically impressive players in the state. He's been on the radar since he was a freshman. 2020 back his freshman season, I think it was 2022, he picked up an offer from Nebraska before he even played a varsity rep, I think. So he's one of these guys that a lot of these colleges are knowing about and have known about for a while. And Carter Buck, same thing. He's been progressing nicely at Lake Travis. He was one of these guys that I watched in the rotation whenever he was a sophomore. They had a really talented defensive front, and it took no time at all to see that Carter Buck was going to be a big-time player. So TCU's done a tremendous job by getting both of these guys on the commitment list early.
Well, they also have Duncan McGee out of Texas High and Maddox Flint, too, out of Austin Westlake, 2 other defensive linemen added to the list. TCU's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, they have a
defensive line. They
have a great defensive line class put together underneath the direction of Jamarcus McFarland, former Lufkin standout who does a great job over there coaching those guys up front.
So there you go, the top 5 edge rushers in the class of 2026. Remember, you can check out the full top 10 list on texasfootball.com/recruiting.